As soon as the family enters the Magic Kingdom, there is this setup in Main Street, mind you, in the Victorian era Main Street. There's just this little Aladdin world set up. With a big, like, loud vizier kind of guy, and this announcing that there's you people can come up and rub the lamp, and there will the kind of the biggest story, I guess, is Michelle becoming princess for the day, because now she truly does have royal reign over specifically the Magic Kingdom. Like, as the show goes on, Snow White follows them back to the hotel. Like, she leaves the gates of the Magic Kingdom. That's how she in general is, like, kind of solving the family crises and getting real mixed up in their interpersonal politics. Besides that, people are just, like, having little sidebars with the characters. Chip and Dale are
roasting Aunt Becky. Being very rude in the wake of her being ghosted by her love Jesse.
Yeah, that's not fair. What would they be saying about her now, for God's sake?
I mean, yeah, but she's turned to a life of white collar crime. Yeah.
What pantomime insults would they have today?
Yeah.
Anyway, this is another, like, way that these shows incorrectly calibrated my expectation, where I thought that you go to Disney World and you become friends with the characters. They hang out with you. They follow you around. If you're bringing some personal strife to the parks, they're helping you solve it.
Yeah, no, that is what struck me here, and I do think that gave me unrealistic expectations. We've talked many times on the show. I think my initial expectation was that Goofy would just be working there, that the characters were so much more active at the park. I guess in my way, doing like manual labor, but this is a different version of it where they're just very engaged and they have like free reign to go anywhere. So it is a little bit. It is a little bit more fun to see kind of what I maybe expected by rewatching all this stuff.
Hallucinating, and then he does show up, but one of the early hallucinations, she imagines him on the float dressed as Aladdin, which is an inside baseball joke because he is the voice of Aladdin, that actor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Scott Wanger.
This is the type of little fact as a little boy that made me feel so smart. I was so self-satisfied by knowing this.
I was just going to say, I, at a very basic level, just thinking about these episodes, I don't know if we're going to touch upon it, but like the way we're used to Full House presented, like as a multicam, we're now seeing like a totally different version of it, and it, like, I guess single cam, I imagine. But there's something that's allowed in these episodes that I feel like you don't get in the typical episodes of Full House, which is like there's all of a sudden like space for ad lib at like the beginning and ending of scenes sometimes. So like you'll get the sort of like then we'll go on Haunted Mansion, and then and then like they'll do their real line. I don't know if you caught any of these moments, but there are a handful of them in all the 3 episodes we watched. But there's just something so disorienting about seeing the show look different than what you've come to expect. Sort of like, Scott, do you remember the Saved by the Bell, the wedding the one where like Zach and Kelly get married? It's like all of a sudden they've neglected the way we've like seen this show presented, and it feels alien. The whole thing feels alien to some degree to me. I don't know if you all felt that.
It's weird. It's them out of their elements. Yeah, you're totally right. Like, yeah, rhythms are different. They give characters stuff to... Now, I don't think I have it written down. Whatever DJ and Kimmy say when they're coming down the stairs in the Grand Floridian...
I posted an Instagram of this, like, truly, like, years ago. But yeah, it's just like, then we'll go...
What it is?
But it's some ad-lib about, like, roller coasters.
Splash Mountain though, with the views walking around. I thought it was really cool too. Oh my gosh, I must be really losing it.
I guess if we're gonna move from Full House, the only thing I want to mention that I had fully forgotten and is special is Joey at the animation studios and seeing the animated Joey come to life, which
that a cartoon Joey is saying like, "Hey, down here, you're new at this, right? Now that you mention it, could you draw me a couple of aspirin?"
I just didn't catch that.
Like, and this is no put down of what I'll say that they should be doing, but Jesse and the Rippers should be playing at like the stage outside of Earl of Sandwich. That would have been a much more realistic place. And again, I'm not putting. There's great bands that play there, but that would have been more realistic for him going to Becky. Like, we have a great gig. We're playing 7 times a night out by the Earl of Sandwich in downtown Disney.
That is where cover bands actually play.
Right,
yes.
20-minute sets, and that's what they should have had the whole climax of the episode happen there, not in front of the castle. But
that concert is like unbelievable, right? I mean, with the white piano, like it has the vibe of like it's a Live Aid or like one of the last Freddie Mercury concerts or something. Like this is an unbelievable show that they're putting on that culminates in fireworks. I really love that little like mumbled, this is a song for all the dreamers out there. Where he does, but it's not When You Wish Upon a Star. It's a dream is a wish your heart makes.
Yeah, right.
A very breathy version of a dream is a wish your heart makes.
Because Jesse's hot. He's so sexy. He can't, there's no way to do a not sultry version of something.
No, he oozes sultriness. And
again, that fireworks display, that is like, how does it work? Like, so again, like Danny Tanner's been trying to propose to his fiance the whole time, struggling to find a way, and it seemingly within the course of several hours communicates with the Disney company and allows for the creation of like the most complex block of firework text ever made that isn't flashing on and off. It like appears once, but it's not attached to wires or a framework or anything. It's just the floating words, "Vicky, will you marry me?" that just stay in the sky unbroken for 7 seconds or so.
Yeah, I do think this, and I think I'm being serious. I do think this made me think you could do this in real life.
And yet you didn't do it for your own marriage proposal.
Well, I inquired.
Are these actual park goers or are these background actors in some of these like in that spot?
That's a good question, because you do see when you go on Disney on certain days at Disney, they'll have a sign up that says we're filming, and basically by being in the park you agree that we won't sue us if you're on camera for any reason. So I wonder if it's a mix. I wonder if it's like people that extras like right around the main actors when there's like close-ups of them in crowds, but then like there's possibilities that they just got stray people far in the background in shots.
Yeah,
I don't know.
When we were watching, Jane was like, "Look at that crowd! They're like rubberneck. They're like really staring at the action going on in the front of the shot."
It fills all of Main Street.
What is this event? Is this a thing that occurs?
I mean, that's something you can ask about a lot of what happens in these episodes. That I think is another strong point of all of is that it contain things that did not, never will happen in Disney World. But I didn't know that as a kid. I thought all of these things were on the table.